Hello students, today we are going to start the next unit, that is unit number 2, self-management. Now as the name of the chapter suggested us that self-management is what means to manage ourselves, how we can manage ourselves so that we can do our duties very effectively, so that basically self-management means that it is ability to regulate one's emotions. Regulate means that you should have control. When you know that how to manage yourself, you should know at that time, you will know that how you can control your emotions, thoughts and behaviors in all the aspect, whether you are in the physical aspect, on the emotional aspects, or as well as on the social aspects. Means on these three aspects you should know how you have to control on your emotions, thoughts and behaviors. When you are in the social gathering, you emotionally you should be very strong, physically you should be very confident. So these are the different aspects of the self management. Next one is impact of self management. What the self management has its impact on our daily life. When we know how to manage ourselves, what changes are will be there in our life. First of all, we can or we know how to control the negative emotions. Means that sometime in our mind there may be the situation that now you have the negative emotions. So with the self management skills, you should know or you will know how to control the negative emotion with the positive change. Next one is more organized and take the ownership of your efforts and actions. Basically means when you will be more organized after managing yourself, you will take the ownership of your efforts and actions. Means that you know that you have taken that decision and it is your efforts and actions, then you will be able to accept it positively. Next one is take up challenges and achieve goals. When you manage yourself, you will accept the challenges and you will be able to achieve the goals that you have set for your life very effectively. Next one is prioritize the task. When you will be able to manage yourself, you will be able to prioritize the task. Mean you know that which task is having the more priority to complete and which is having the least priority, so you will be able to prioritize your task. Next one is plan the things. Plan the things. When you will be able to manage yourself, you are out of the stress, then you will be able to plan the things very effectively. Means you know that which task is more prioritized and which task is having the more priority, you will plan the things according to that. So all these points are interrelated with each other. Next one is self management skills. Means self management, as you know that it is not a inborn talent that the person is having, but it is a set of skills. You can say that it is a set of skills that you can be acquired by putting some time and effort. After some time and efforts, means you should devote your time and efforts to learn how to manage yourself. How you can do this? Basically, you should be self aware about yourself. How to aware yourself? You should know yourself, you should know your emotions, you should know your feelings also, so that you will be able to manage yourself in a different situation. After that is self confidence and self belief. Means that uh, you should know how the self confidence will affect your life and how is having the self belief will affect or will bring a positive change in your life. Means you should be or you will be very confident and having the belief on your self, on your abilities, on your judgments, when you know how to manage yourself. Next one is self motivation. Basically, when you know that how to manage yourself and when you will be able to manage yourself, you will become more motivated. For when you will be motivated, you will achieve big, you will dream big and also able to achieve them. Next one is self regulation. Self regulation basically means that setting up such a higher standard that like you will become the team player trustworthiness in your colleagues also. Like you will, self regulation means you should do the efforts in in some standards or in some situations. Like you will become a team leader and you will build a confidence or trust in your colleagues also, or in the team members also, about yourself, that you can be able to help them, or you can with this you will achieve, or you can get the help of your colleagues. So this is about the self regulation. Self regulation means to set the standards, as being you will become a team player, and trustworthiness, develop the trustworthiness in your colleagues so that they will trust on you. Next one is self control. You should have control on yourself in different situations. You should have control on your emotions in different situations. Next one is healthy lifestyle and diet. When you know that you are in the process of managing yourself and you are learning the skills to manage yourself, first of all you should live the healthy lifestyle and you should take the proper diet. When you will be physically fit, physically healthy, and then mentally you will also become a strong relationship. Means physical and mental connection basically depend upon living the healthy lifestyle and taking the proper diet. Next one is, when you know that how to manage yourself, means that automatically you know that how you can manage the time to prioritize the different tasks. And the last one is stress management. When you learn to know the stress management skills, then you will be able to manage your stress also. Means when you know that how to prioritize your task, how to plan your things, when you know those skills, automatically stress will be removed from your life. With this you can say that stress management, you will know about the how to manage your stress. Next one is session 2, knowing on strengths and weaknesses. How you can know about your strengths and weaknesses. First of all, let us take a look on strengths. Like these are basically the qualities which one is good at. Strengths are our hidden talents. You can say that these are your emotions, feelings, behaviors that you will calmly observe about yourself. Means that uh, strengths are basically, these are the qualities. These can be the hidden qualities where you are very good at. Means you feel good to do the particular type of work where you are having that quality. Weaknesses is which do not let us perform our true potential, which don't allow us to work on the good. Basically which you feel that you are you feel nervous to do the particular thing, and which let you to perform, which don't let you to perform your true potential. These are called the weaknesses. How you can know that you are having the certain strengths and the weaknesses? You have, for this you have to prepare the list of your strengths and weaknesses, so that in future, to in order to remove the weaknesses and take up and basically convert them into the strength, you should do these type of tasks. Like make the list of strengths and weaknesses of yours. Like you are very focused person, you are team oriented, means that you will be able to become a team leader, and you are very organized. On the other hand, you are having the weaknesses, like you are fearful and you are aggressive also sometimes, and you are impatient to do some things. So these are the weaknesses and these are the strengths. When you know that these are the strengths, so you should do the less efforts on these, because you enjoy doing the some of the tasks which are having the strengths in you. And in turn, in the weaknesses you should do more efforts, you should pay more attention on these, so that this will become your strength. You should not be fearful, you should not be aggressive in particular situation, and you should not be impatient while doing anything or taking the help of another person. So this is how you can prepare the list of strengths and the weaknesses, so that you can work upon them, so that it will also be your strengths. I think this is very much clear to you. Again, I am repeating, strengths are the hidden qualities, or it may be the qualities which one is good at, means you are, which are the qualities you are good at, like you are very focused, team oriented and organized, and weaknesses don't allow you to perform your true potential, like these fearful, aggressive and impatient. So this is all about knowing your strengths and weaknesses. Next is identifying your interests and abilities. Interest, now what are the interests and what are the abilities? First of all, abilities are born with some natural strengths. Basically these are inherent strengths, means hidden strengths, which does not require any lot of efforts, means these are inherent, these are already within you. There is no need to acquire some skills for developing some abilities. These are, when a person is born, they are born with some natural strengths. The natural strengths are called inherent strengths and these are called abilities. Now what is interest? Interest means that activities you enjoy and doing those gives you satisfaction, means when you feel that while doing any type of work you are enjoying that work and you will feel satisfaction on doing that work, that will become the interest, means you can think at that time you are having the interest in that work. And ability means there is no need to put the efforts on that, these are already inherent within you. So from this we can say that abilities plus interest means when we combine, we are having the inherent strengths and we enjoy doing the things in that particular strength, and then it will become the best career for you, means you are having some skills within you and you also enjoy doing these, and you will feel you will feel satisfied in doing those things, then you can think that you are having the best career for you in that particular field. And when you are having the abilities and interest, it will help you to take decision for your career also. So this is how abilities and interest help in choosing the careers and help to take the